Alright, it's finished here. Tottenham 2, Manchester City 2, and bloody hell, I did not see that coming, because the first half was a shambles of a first half. We didn't come out to play at all. We weren't aggressive enough, we weren't incisive enough, we couldn't even put two passes together. It looks like, and let's be honest, Man City weren't great themselves. I felt like Man City in that first half didn't even get our first goal. We just made it so easy for them. We were so passive, and it looked like their goals, they were just walking it in. It didn't seem like it was hard for them at all. We didn't make it any sort of difficulty levels for Man City in that first half. And what happened in that second half, I don't know. I did not see that second half coming by any stretch of the imagination. At half time I thought, this could be 3-4. But this is what Spurs do. This is what Spurs do every single week. Wait till we go 1-0 down, 2-0 down, come out in the second half, show fight. The difference is, this time we actually overturned the result. Against Villa we couldn't bring it back. In other games we couldn't bring it back. But in this game we get the second, we get one, we get two, and we could have even had three if Odegaard puts that ball into the back of the net, and he really should have scored. Open goal, we just couldn't get to it. I think we win this game because Man City, they just weren't at the races today. Let's be honest. Like, second half, it didn't look like they wanted it at all. They came out a little bit. They had a couple of chances, but I thought Spurs looked rampant at times in that second half. But look, at what cost does that result happen today? Because look, let's be honest, a draw ain't good for anyone. It's only good for one team, and I'm not going to mention that today. But Romero goes off injured at half time. Archie Gray looked like he was really struggling towards the end. We had Danso and Jed Spence who pulled out a couple of days before the game today. So I mean, these injuries are not stopping, man. It is relentless, these injuries that we're getting at this moment in time, and it's just madness. When you go back to last season and the injury record we had, and we were like, all right, fine, it's over now. Next season is going to be better. It was just a bit of, a lot of people were saying, oh, it's just unlucky the amount of injuries that we got. And it's happening again, people. No Van de Ven today as well. Romero goes off injured at half time. Archie Gray, who's our stand-in right back, he's injured. Who's going to go right back next week if Archie Gray is injured? And Dom Solanke as well, let's not forget him. He got off injured. And by the way, what a second half display from big Dom Solanke. 2 goals. The man is on absolute fire. It's unbelievable, man. That second goal, scorpion kick over the head of Donnarumma. And he's a bloody big tall lad, isn't he? Donnarumma. I mean, I can't sing Dom Solanke's praises enough, but I don't know how we're going to manoeuvre and manage these injuries, this mounting injury list, and it seems like every game more players are going down injured, and today was no different. But look, back on the game, I thought it was a fantastic second half display from Tottenham Hotspur. We got it back, could have gone on and won the game. For me, the standout performance today was Xavi Simons. I think he was fantastic. I thought, I even saw good bits of play from him in the first half. He was the only one that looked like he wanted it in the first half, and he's aggressive. He's running non-stop. He has that kind of creative flair to his game as well. I mean, I think Xavi Simons is growing and growing week on week as a Spurs player, and he's the one consistently and constantly just trying to G up the fans as well. He's constantly trying to win the ball back and start attacks for us, and he's got that real quality in the final third that can break down an opposition defence, and he showed it again today. I want to give a big up to Conor Gallagher as well, because I thought Conor put in his best display in the Spurs, and I think these are the games where you want to be really combative in the middle of the park. You can see what he's going to bring to the team, and a brilliant assist for Dominic Solanke as well. Really nice cross to find him to make it 2-2. And yeah, I mean, look, everyone must have been fearing the worst, because I'm walking up to my seat and I see, all right, we're 2-0 down, and Romero has gone off for Pape Matar. And it's just like we're down to the bare bones in defence once again. God knows when Van de Ven's going to come back. We need to find out the situation on Romero. And as much as I want to talk about the game, I'm just worried going into these next few games with the North London derby coming around the corner as well. With these injuries, it's just like, can we ever catch a break with these injuries, man? It's just ridiculous. But yeah, we got to figure out a way how to come out firing from the off, man, because we can't keep going down 1-0 down, 2-0 down at half time and trying to get it back. And yeah, great second half performance, and we managed to get it back, but we shouldn't be in this mess. We shouldn't be in the mess at half time. That first half display was completely embarrassing. It really was. There was nothing in it, and you're thinking like, nobody saw that second half display coming, and it's just like ridiculous how we have to sit through that 45 minutes to get the 45 minutes like that. Why can't we come out the off and play like that from the beginning? I seem to ask this question pretty much every week, and it's like just getting so draining having to sit through that. But credit where it's due for the second half and taking something from the game, but it's just ridiculous why it has to come to that pretty much every single week. But we got the job done somehow. Look, we didn't win, we draw, we go on, we move on to the next game, which is Manchester United away, 12:30 kickoff. They've got 3 wins on the bounce. That's going to be a really difficult game, and we need to go up there and we need to play our stuff like we did in the second half. If we play like we did in the first half, then we're going to get eaten alive there, because they're on form, and Buemo, Cunha, everyone like that. But yeah, it was a strange performance from Man City today, wasn't it? It was really strange, because you know Arsenal go 7 points clear of them yesterday, and you're thinking, all right, they must be licking their lips playing this Tottenham team, seeing the way Tottenham are playing week in, week out in the Premier League especially. And I thought they just looked really subdued throughout the whole 90, even the first half when, you know, they go 2-0 up. But I thought it was more us just giving them a game. Like, they just weren't at it. They just didn't look like they wanted it. And it's a very, very strange thing from a Pep Guardiola team, a Man City team full of winners as well. Very strange, I thought. Very strange for Man City. And they did not get out of first gear for pretty much the whole game. So I thought, you know, if we could step up in the second half, there's a chance that Spurs could do something. But I just never thought Spurs would step up in the second half, just because of what I had to sit through in the first 45 minutes. So, yeah, I've just given up trying to analyse and trying to think about the whys of Tottenham Hotspur, because you'll never come to the bottom. You'll never get to the answer. It's just it's the biggest mindfuck of a team, Tottenham Hotspur, how you can play like that in the 45 minutes and then play like that in the next 45 minutes. And it's not like the first time we've seen it. We see it every single week here. This is what we see. And I just don't understand how this consistently happens to Tottenham Hotspur. Because when we want to play, we're a really good side and we can take anyone out. We can attack anyone, we can score against anyone, we can create against anyone. But it's just like we have to go through so much pain to see any light at the end of the tunnel. But, you know, last couple of weeks, performances are, I would say, slowly getting better, still not good enough. That 45 was second 45, but I'm talking about over the stretch of a whole 90 minutes. I think we're slowly getting better, but it's still nowhere near good enough, in my opinion, and still massive question marks around Thomas Frank. And look, we'll see where we go, people. We'll see where we go. We'll be back in the studio tomorrow with Sim to break it down even further. But thank you everyone for joining us. We have drawn 2-2 today against Manchester City after being 2-0 down, which showed character, fight and resilience to get back in the game. See you later. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on Spurs.